Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's Lavender this morning? How's Lavender this morning? Such a good girl. Such a good girl. Yeah. Such a good girl. Step back a minute. That's going to get hot. So welcome back to the cabin once again. Right here, this side, fine right there. Let's go. For what is part 2 of the cabin fever episode, the Nutcracker. First off, when I meticulously planned out this shot, I had purposely put this stump here for me to sit on because the stumps, these pieces of logs, are what I built the Nutcrackers out of. And I figured I would sit there and talk to you by the fire, and just me and you. And obviously Archie had other plans, and Lavender had other plans. Lavender always wants to get in the shot, but Archie kind of is enjoying the fire this morning. So he's sitting there enjoying the fire, and I guess I'm sitting on a tiny chair. So anyway, let's get on to it. So in the last episode, I had mentioned that I was going to take a little tiny nutcracker like this, and I was going to scale that nutcracker up to make it something life-size. And I was going to do it for a bigger purpose than just doing it for me. I was going to do it so that we could paint these things up and put them in my town square, and next year for Christmas, everyone from the community could come and get the pictures taken with them. And I'm going to make quite a few of them. I'm going to probably make at least 6, but this was number 3. The Santa Claus was the one that I told you in the last episode that I was going to produce for you today here. In the last part, we made the arms and we made the legs, and then it was time to start turning these big pieces of wood on the lathe, and really it takes me a lot of time. Like I'm gonna say 40 or 50 or 60 hours of really intense hard labor, from going and cutting trees down and making logs to picking these gigantic logs up and putting them up on that lathe and getting them spinning at 45 miles an hour and hand chiseling them, and I mean, it really does take a lot of work. But the work shows in the end. You really can see the details in these things. So without further ado, let's back it out and we'll let you see it. You want to sit up front now. She's always trying to steal my show. She's soaking wet. It's snowing really bad out there. She has been outside and she went and got her Frisbee. You want to go get your Frisbee? Go get your Frisbee and bring it back. Go get it. Go get it. Bring it here. There you go. Lavender wants to go play Frisbee. So as soon as we're done here with shooting this little part of this video, I have to take her out so she can play Frisbee, because this is what she likes to do, especially if it's snowing. She's like, Daddy, throw my Frisbee for me. All right, I'm gonna throw it over there for now. Ready? Go get it. And then we'll do it. We'll go outside in a minute, okay? Anyway, here you go. A gigantic Santa Claus Nutcracker. The mouth works, the nutcracking, and it actually does. Now, because it's not painted, because it's not completely dry yet, nothing is glued together, nothing is bolted together, nothing. Everything is just sitting here. I did drill dials through most of it to keep it centered, but you can't do that here. I'll have to put 2 dials out on the end or get that all glued together or whatever I'm going to do. I haven't even decided yet. I'm not going to do that until we paint, though, because I want to be able to paint these things. I want to be able to remove the arms and paint the arms, and just to make it easier on us. So you will notice when I crack it, the head might move just a little bit, and Santa Claus might fall off his arm. But there you go. I mean, it is a legitimate nutcracker. They will all work just like that. Can't leave him laying there. Let's pick him up. Anyway, so what I'll do now is let's just jump on to the process of making like the different sections of this thing. The part that I enjoyed building the most was the hat. It was a gigantic log because this piece, of course, would have been straight. So I had to mill this whole thing, and to get this to look like a stocking, I actually used a doll chisel, and I just sort of went in there and just ground on that thing, pulling all those fibers to the outside. And then to get it to be curved like that, of course, I just cut it off with a chainsaw. Ran a laser across it, cut it off with a chainsaw. Anyway, let's go on to that, and then I'll be back shortly. There you go. How nice is that, huh? I used a really dull chisel to leave those scuff marks all over that on purpose because it's a toboggan. So it should have some thread sticking out. So that's why I left that really rough. I think it'll look great once some paint gets on there and gets on those. So welcome back to part 2 of Cabin Fever, the Nutcracker episodes. So in the last episode, we made the arms and the legs for another Nutcracker. And in this part, we're gonna start by building the body pieces. So we're gonna start at the bottom and build this piece, and then the midsection, the chest section, and then the head, and then hopefully the hat. Out of these gigantic poplar logs. First thing I gotta do, unlike the pine has a real thin bark and it's stuck really good. This poplar has a really loose bark and it's really thick, and it definitely will catch the chisel. And then it's also got these knots sticking out everywhere, like this, that are sticking way past everything else. And I kind of like to take the chainsaw and just clean them up. So let me get this cleaned up real quick, and then we'll get it on the lathe and start turning. I just use that to help me center the best I can. These logs are nowhere near round. This time we'll be outboard turning. Again, bad shoulder. It's not my shoulder, it's the muscle I'm trying to use right now. Okay, but I can just push this down. Right out there. And tighten it back down. Not real quick, real slow. I doubt I'll get 200 without it wobbling, so let's just run it slow first to see what we get. There's 150, 160, 170. It's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll be able to work pretty easily. 190. About 200 is about what I'm going to get. I'm happy with that. now that Archie has relinquished his seat, I can have my stump to sit on. Thanks for coming along. Although these things are a lot of work, I really think it's something that will be around for a long time, maybe even further after I am gone. One of the things that I rest on is that fruit takes work. Fruit takes work. So if there's anything you really, really want in life, it's going to take work. Whether it's in a relationship with someone or turning a tree into a nutcracker. I mean, regardless of what it is that you want, building a log cabin, building a fireplace, building a fire even. I mean, anything, having a relationship with a puppy dog. You can see how much she loves me. She spends a lot of time with me. She gets a lot of my time. Anything that we do in life takes work. And the more work you put into it, the bigger the fruit. The bigger the fruit. The more you take care of that tree, the more you take care of that, the bigger the fruit. So I rest on that with everything in my life. And Santa Claus is no different. He got my undivided attention for a whole week. And now he is amazing, huge, larger than life, beautiful. He's going to be great when he's painted. Come here, Darcy. So anyway, thanks for coming along, and I will catch you next time right here at the cabin. Take care, and God bless. Let's go play Frisbee. Let's go play Frisbee, okay? No, one more time. One more time. One more time. Let go. Let go. Back here. Go. Good girl.